Okie dokie, now it's vintage challenge time, and we're playing Squee today. So we're playing a very similar list to what we played last time I played Squee. That's with the 4 subtleties in the main deck, and we've trimmed Vigors. Okay, the subtleties seemed really good. They can keep the frogs and nonsense off the board, but they can also force the Vengevines around. It was nice to have a high blue count and an additional creature. Seemed pretty good. Last time out we played 3 Force of Vigors main deck. This time out I'm playing 1 additional one in the board and a Petrified Field in the main deck. And then I've got 2 Caracas for Oath and another Mindbreak Trap for combo. I've only got 6 Graveyard Hate cards. That's not very many actually, is it? Never mind. And 4 Furies post board. I thought I had 3 Surgicals. I don't know why I've got these Prosperity Surgicals. That's like the nut low. Anything over here hiding? No. Okay, so that's the deck. Vengevine, Squee, SqueeVine, CounterVine, whatever they call it these days. Find Bazaar with powders, discard some Squees and Masters, accrue card advantage, counter all their spells, attack them with 4 power creatures. That's the game plan. We're going to see how we do. The deck's not particularly great into the metagame, in my opinion, just because the Lurrus lists are the most popular lists in the format, and you are not very good against them. Like, you can't remove a frog from play, you can't beat a resolved Bowmaster, and Wasteland is a problem. And they play all of those cards in quantities of 4. And they've got permission to back it up. So it's just quite tough out there, you know? What do we want to play against? Historically, combo. Like nonsense Tinker decks, that sort of thing. Let's see how the matchups line up, but we're going to run this challenge, see how we do. I think I like the Petrified Field main deck, just because we're getting wasted all the time these days. So it's just another Bazaar, but we're going to try that out, just as something interesting. And I'll see you down there for round 1. Okay, then it's round 1, and it's happened. Our opponents revealed a Lurrus of the Dream Den. We're on the draw against Eric 157751. So we're going to keep our hand. We've got a Bazaar of Baghdad. We'll probably play the Chalice out. We've got no interaction at the moment. We have got the Petrified Field to get our Bazaar back, though. No mocks from the opponent. It's pretty cool, because we're going to play some good, clean, honest Magic. Another Bazaar is kind of banging. I think I'll play Bazaar. And I think I'll just roll out the Chalice before activating. I don't know why I would do that. Let's have a look at what we're drawing. So, Squee, Powder, Vengevine are going to be the pitchers for now. And now we're going to Chalice on 0. We're going to slow roll the Lizard, because if we don't get Wastelanded... All my cards are really small today. I don't know what's going on. So if we don't get Wastelanded, we're kind of gaming. Right, did I do something down here? I don't think so. Everything just looks so small. I'm not sure if I changed the setting or if I'm just losing my mind. Right, if we don't get Wastelanded, that's really good news, because we can play a Bazaar of Baghdad or something. Or we don't have to play this Bazaar. Right, fucking hell, I'm losing my mind. Right, opponent's got a Swamp. Do they have a Vampiric or something? No. Right, here's the plan, right? They're going to have Bowmaster up on this turn. So, if we don't get Wastelanded, they have Bowmaster up. And we can play Wasteland their Underground Sea, and that will force the Bowmaster. And we can activate over the top. We've got a Strip Mine. Okay, sure. But that means they don't have Bowmaster as well, right? And we've got the second Bazaar here. And we've got the third Bazaar rolled up with the Petrified Field. I wasn't very good at saying things then, but basically if they passed the turn with 2 lands in play, we would Strip Mine number 4 activating. And then we can activate with in response to the Bowmaster coming into play. Evading that trigger. And if they Strip Mine us, we've got the second Bazaar. So we're kind of rolled up here. Just need a creature. And we found one. So let's hold up the Subtlety, play 2 Lizards, bring in a Vengevine. We've got lands for days here. which is going to be nice. And I might be interested in... Right, I don't think it's any might about it. I will definitely be interested in casting Subtlety on like a frog or something in the upcoming turn. And then hitting them with the Wasteland and going from there. Any creature really, it was probably going to be enough to get my Subtlety. Basic island, basic swamp. So they've got the Bowman. So we can strip the island. Subtlety, the Bowmaster. Strip the island. Activate in response to that. Squee. Could be 2 lands. I don't like 2 lands at all. Let's discard a Wasteland. Let's discard a Master of Death. And now we'll Subtlety, the Bowmaster, or pitching, well, we'll Subtlety. Pitching Mindbreak Trap, I guess. They've got a Force of Will. And we can't do anything about that, so we'll just Subtlety again. And that means we get a turn to Bink the Bowman. We don't have any more plays because we played a Strip Mine this turn. And then we're going to get him for 6. Show us the old game log, please. Bowmaster on the bottom of their library, so they're fucked for lands, which is pretty good for us. Opponent falls to 7. Opponent concedes. Perfect. Subtlety. So what do we have against the Lurrus matchup? We've got a few Furies. And I think that's the lot, right? We can probably drop the traps. And maybe just like a Squee. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Something like this. We want the Furies to clean up the Bowmasters when they do get in. And I don't know about cutting Squee. What do I usually cut here? I usually bring in a Petrified Field, so I'm just a bit... all my numbers are a bit wrong. I'm going to leave the Vigors as they are, just 2, right? A lot of these decks at the moment are playing like 0 needles and 0 cages. They might have them, so we're going to keep a couple in as a hedge. But they're not playing loads. They're more about crypts and soul guides and then containment priests sort of thing. So let's go down to 5 cards, I guess. Yeah, 5 is great though. 5 is the perfect number. I'm going to get rid of Force of Will and Force of Vigor. I'm going to get rid of Force of Will and Force of Vigor. Is that true? I'm getting rid of Force of Will. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Force of Vigor and Die to Needle. Because if I don't Die to Needle, I've got good outs to play Vengevine this turn. Soul Guide Lantern, okay. Watch me care. I might care, I don't know yet, but it's not too much of a drama for us. It's just going to bink our Vengevines at some point. We'll activate now. And we'll discard Lizard, Vengevine, Serum Powder. Cast a Hollow One. This Hollow One's going to eat the Soul Guide Lantern over there. Which means our Noxious is going to get back out. Oh no, it's not. So just holding a Tabernacle already, is that what that means? Interesting stuff. But that's going to give us another... They're holding Tabernacle already, that's going to give us another activation. So I was going to say... The... Vengevine eating the Soul Guide means our Noxious is definitely getting back our Bazaar when they Wasteland us this turn. But I think they're just holding Tabernacle, yeah. which is fine. All our creatures leave the battlefield. Opponent's got 5 cards in hand. We'll take our draw step and then activate. And just see if we can find a strip mine. I think strip mine is the best thing for us here. Like actual factual strip, you know. That's a wasteland, which is fine. I'm going to discard negation. Negation Fury Wasteland? That seems really bad. Negation Wasteland Vengevine then, I guess. Do I want to play this Wasteland? Not really, no. Yeah, now that I've got no cards, I'm really not enjoying this whole drop squee thing. So we're going to get Bowmastered, and I think that's okay. Well, I think we have to just get Bowmastered. Okay, that's cool. So let's just drop Fury, Subtlety, Powder, Strip Mine your swamp. Swamp dies. They fetch an Underground Sea, which we're going to wasteland next turn, and we're going to enjoy it. But the idea here is that, if this is a frog, we're just dead. A DT, interesting. I wonder what you DT here for here if you're then. If you are in fact them. Maybe just a wasteland or a needle or something. I'm going to still wasteland the Underground Sea and just try and draw more wastelands. And if one day they eventually crack their soul guide, then we can start doing things that are a bit better. Let's just wasteland and Underground Sea. And then, right, to be honest with you, I might punt this Noxious into the Soul Guide Lantern. Get the Soul Guide Lantern to go away. And then flip cards with Squee. You know? Because I might just go and get a Wasteland or a Strip Mine or something. But I'm kind of expecting to get or maybe this is the play. So they Wasteland me because they've just DT'd for Wasteland. I activate Bazaar of Baghdad and discard some cards. They Soul Guide me when my Squee triggers and I pick up my Bazaar and we're gaming. That sounds good. Okay, so nothing from the opponent here. If I don't get wasted, which I don't, I think I'm just going to go and pick up a Wasteland here. Yeah, I think I like that a lot. Pick up Wasteland. That eats the Soul Guide. Oh, they've got a Force of Will. That's very annoying. Ancestrals himself with Force of Will up. Because they've changed their life total there. And now they're going to Force of Will my Noxious. Do I want to offer them this Squee? Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll offer them Squee plus some cards. Trigger goes on the stack. We pick it up. So I don't actually know what they're scared of, if I'm honest with you. I don't understand what they're doing with this Soul Guide Lantern. I don't know what the game plan is. So we've got another underground sea. I think we're just losing here, to be honest with you, but this is going to be the one that gets it, isn't it? Alright, yeah, I'm going to concede to the frog. And we can go to the next game. I don't like cutting the squee, I do like cutting the negation, I think. Yeah, let's ship this and see how we get on. That was just a classic case of turn 1 Tabernacle, right? I know it wasn't a turn 1 Tabernacle, but they had the option to turn 1 Tabernacle. So yeah, game 3. Okay, game 3 against Eric. We're on the play. We've got a Bazaar, we've got a Lizard, we've got a Force of Will, so keep City life. I wouldn't mind finding another Bazaar, Petrified Field, Noxious Revival, something like that. Found a Noxious. So we'll put the Lizard into play just to get pecking, you know. We've got the Wasteland rolled up for their first land. I think Mana Denial is a good plan. They've just kept 7 though. Which is kind of annoying. Underground Sea. Pithing Needle. Well, let's try and fight it. We got through. They've got nothing. I am going to waste them out though. That's not... is there any reason not to, other than Tabernacle? Discard the obvious ones. Wasteland the Underground Sea. I think keeping them off mana is very good. I don't know. Polluted Delta. Immediate fetch again. A Ponder. Okay. So I'm going to strip that sea. Because I want them to not have lands or mana. Not a massively deep strategy this. Just kill all their permanents and hope we find something in the end. You know, find a threat along the way. If I had a 4-power creature, this would be a lot more interesting for us. Got a Fury, which is going to be nice in the future at least. That's 3 squeeze. Attacks for 1. Strip the sea. I don't like my graveyard being up there when I'm playing Squee, to be honest with you. That's cool. They wasteland me. I'm going to do nothing and just play my Bazaar, I think. I don't want to be using this Noxious until I've got a blue card to protect it with. So we draw for the turn, we find a Lizard. So Bazaar and activate. Lizard, squee. Or maybe I can just hold this Lizard. I mean, this does legit just double my clock, right? Which is probably a good place to be. Yeah, let's just put the Lizard in the graveyard. Or into play. Attack them down. I might even go and get this other Bazaar of Baghdad on their turn. I was playing really hard into Wasteland and Bowmen sort of thing, but... Well, not Wasteland, an Urza's Saga, that could be problematic actually. Let's go get a Wasteland then, I guess. We've got the Force of Will to fight that. I'd like a wasteland, please. They're paying some costs. My god, what is this? It's just a misstep or something? Yeah, a misstep. So we'll force that. I think this is worth fighting over, this Urza Saga. And they've conceded the match. So 1-0 against Lurrus. That's nice. I'll see you for round 2. Okay, round 2 up against Cicciogire. I don't know, fucking hell. This guy here. Ciccio, Higorie. I don't know. Anyway, I haven't got a bazaar, so let's mulligan. And let's go again. That's a shame. What I'd give for that one to have a bazaar in it. Right, we found it. We'll keep this. We'll bottom powder and we'll bottom lizard, I imagine. Yeah, I like that. And I think I'll just play a bazaar and activate it first and then see what I want to do. Jesus, I don't like any of that. Let's just go wasteland, wasteland, master. Let's play a Chalice of the Void. We'll strip mine their first land. All Noxious, our first bazaar getting stripped. And then we'll go from there. They revealed a Lurrus of the Dream Den. Don't know if I mentioned that. This is one of those hands where they strip us and we die. Strip mine, Force of Will, we lose. So let's see what they have got though. They've got a probe. So now they know whatever land they put into play is dead. And they've just got a delta, which is pretty big game for us at least. We're untapping with a bazaar. They could have their main deck Soul Guide now, which would be annoying, but it looks like they just got nothing. So we're just going to be able to accrue a few cards here. Seven cards in hand for the opponent isn't great for us. Okay, so they've got a turn 1 Ancestral. You can just affect Underground Sea, right? I've got a strip mine. Oh, they get the island, funny. Underground Sea happens, or Ancestral Recall happens. And now we hope to draw something good. I mean, Vengevine's fine, isn't it? That's quite a cool one. We'll discard all of those. We'll strip mine them. And we do have to throw this hollow one out. Because we're so unlikely to untap with a bazaar now that they've ancestraled that we need to just send it, I think. Opponent's got 10 cards in hand. It's hard for them to deploy many, isn't it? I mean, they can deploy a bunch of Moxen, but we've got the Chalice. And I wonder if we're supposed to consider noxiousing a strip mine if they don't do anything. No, so they've got that, yeah, so that works. Still no wasteland for the opponent, which is huge for us. And they discard 2 cards. Mishra's Bauble and Fatal Push get discarded. And now we've really got to hope that the top of our deck is quite kind to us. Because this is when they're going to start having frogs and bowmen. So Let's give this a spin. 2 creatures would be great. 1 creature is fine, I think. Now, do I want to play Noxious? Do I want to discard the Noxious, or do I want to discard the Master of Death? I think I've got to discard the Master of Death and just cope, right? Holding... So I want to hold the Lizard for the future. To bring back the 2 vines. Yeah, no, I'm going to hold the Noxious Revival. I don't think I can afford to get Wastelanded. I think when they see the Noxious go, that's when we'll start getting wasted. I'm not sure if that's true, but... Opponent fetches, gets an Underground Sea again, casts a Brainstorm. Okay. They diggin'. They be diggin'. Yeah, I'm not sure. That discards are really close for me. Keep the Force of Will online and the Lizard, so that in the future we can activate Bazaar and bring back these 2 vines, which are going to really handily close the game out, right? Or play the Lizard, ignore the 2 vines, we'll get there eventually. Hold the Force of Will and the Noxious. Or split the difference like I've done. Which I'm not sure about. I mean, the way I've done it right, we can get Wastelanded, we can untap, pick up our Squee and our Master, Noxious our Bazaar, fight over that with the Master of Death. Draw the Bazaar and we'll have 2 cards, Lizard and Squee in hand. And we'll keep 1 card left over so we can draw another hollow one sort of thing. So I think there's merits to all 3 of those. But I'm not sure about any of them sort of thing. I'm not sure what the correct answer is. The big disaster is when they now tap out and play a frog. Oh god. Big disaster is when they wasteland us and play a frog. All of that sounds horrible. Anyway, we've got something on upkeep. Cycles a Lorien. Finds another sea. Okay. Plays a sea. Strips me. Passes. So we're going to do what we said. We're going to pick up our 2 cards and then we're going to Noxious. We might get Spell Pierce, we might not. What's this? Oh, Treasure Cruise. Holy hell. Right, now we can't get Spell Pierced, but we can get like double Forced or Dazed or some crap, but I think we've got to do what we've got to do. They discard to hand size. Opponent's a long way through their deck so far. And they discard a Force of Will. That's how happy they are with their hand. Now we'll pick up the Bazaar. They negate. We force. They've got to have something back. I can't imagine you discarding forces, yeah. Any land's good here. Noxious Revival. Let's get in for 4. And then cast another Noxious, I think. Do it now whilst they're tapped out. We've already taken 3 cards out of their hand this turn. We know one of them's a... Yeah, so we've got our Bazaar back next turn. They get to play an Underground Sea. And we just need to hope that the 2 cards underneath our Bazaar are... At least one of them's a creature, right? They've got an Orcish Bowmasters, which is fine. Sorcery feeds the Bowman. I'm just going to play it and activate, I don't care. Perfect. So 2 triggers go on Bowmaster, on Hollow One, sorry. We cast a Lizard. We cast a Hollow One, 2 Vengevines come back, we attack for 12. Opponent's got to block with both their creatures, I think, right? Yeah. So we kill the Bowmaster. They kill our Hollow One. We don't need to activate a Bazaar again to win. And they need to kill 3 separate 4-power creatures this turn. And they can't. Whew. So what did we do last time? A few Furies. A couple of negations and a couple of traps. A negation and 2 traps. I think Chalice can maybe go for a Vigor or something like that. Let's give this a bash. Great top deck at the end from us there to get the next Noxious, but that mid game was interesting where we had 18 different ways to play the discard 3, right? So, yeah. Okay, game 2 on the draw. We don't have a Bazaar. Opponent's got a Lurrus. And they keep 7. Not great. We go to 5. We go to 4. We'll powder this. We'll keep the Vengevines. We'll keep all the green cards. We'll go to 3. And we're basically going to game 2 here, but it's fine. Keep this. Bottom, Vengevine, Lizard, Master, Field. No. Noxious, Squee. No. Ordering. This one, this one, this one. Fuck's sake, Josh. No, I will keep the Master, I think. I'll keep the Master, but I want the Lizard first. Then the Vengevine. Then the Noxious, then the Master. So obviously mulliganing to 3 against a matchup that's tough is already not great. I went with the Petrified Field route here over the Noxious because my Petrified Field can't get countered. They've got a Delta and a Go, so that's cool. That's a Noxious Arrival. So let's have a look and see what we get. I'm going to discard these 3. If we get Wastelanded, we get Wastelanded. And I've got Petrified Field. It's a bit slow, but it's fine. They've got a Vampiric Tutor. I already thought we were dead because we mulliganed to 3. I think we're definitely dead now. Full up Ponder. I imagine just into Wasteland me. But Fury's probably a cracking draw for us here. Just Island into Needle then. Soul Guide, right, sure. Interesting. So you eat my Squee, yeah. And then you nuke my graveyard in response to the Vengevine coming in. I've got another Squee. I'm still going to activate. I don't care. Let's go Lizard, Fury. I'm going to discard the Fury so that I can maintain the Squee going into the future. This is going to force a crack, or they've got a Fatal Push, right? Or they've got a Tabernacle or something. Vengevine. Like, if they've got a tab, they might just hold it and try and wait to get another Squee with my Soul Guide. Yeah, they're letting me in, which means my post-combat Petrified Field is going to kind of bink on them a bit. Or they just think they don't have to go now because the Frog's going to do a lot of blocking, and that's something I can't argue with. So, that's just going to be true, I think. Tabernacle at Pendule Vale, yeah, exactly. But they do have the opportunity for a Bowman here, so we've got to be kind of careful with when we activate. The two Lizards will die, the Vengevine will stick around. And whilst discarding Fury is scary and annoying, I think if we offered them a Squee there, they're definitely cracking, right? So let's get in for 4. Let's see if we can just keep pushing damage until they tap their lands. I don't know how easy that's going to be. But like if they wasteland my Petrified Field now, that's quite annoying, isn't it? Wasteland. Petrified Field. Yeah. Okay. So our Vengevine's going to die. I just don't know what I want to activate. Do I want to activate End Step and get the Bowman out of their hand? Probably have to, don't I? And then I can pick up my own wastes and strips on the way through. Here comes the Bowman. This is all going to go face, that's fine. I pick up a strip mine. I want to stack my own triggers, please. Okay, triggers go on the stack. I want Vengevine to resolve last, and then these two in an order I don't care about. So now my Squees are in my hand. Yes, my Squees are in my hand, but my I either get my Squees or my Vengevine's in my yard. They can't get all of them. That's the idea there. We draw a card. It's a Noxious Revival. So let's go Strip Mine your Underground Sea. What do I want to do this? In their upkeep once they've paid for Tabernacle, I imagine. Is the best spot. So they've got 2 triggers on the stack. Their Orc army is going to die. And they pay for the Orcish Bowmaster. I now Noxious my Strip Mine. No, that's really bad because if they wasteland my Bazaar. So I've got to do it end step, sorry. They've got nothing. Bowman comes in. End step. we noxious our strip mine back to the top of our deck. And they've got a force of will. Okay. Cool. They pitched a psychic frog, which is a pretty big game, really. It's a subtlety, which I don't care about. I don't think I can't activate my Bazaar of Baghdad, no. I need to get up to 2 cards before I do that. Opponent kind of has to pay or my deck works, and that's a problem for them. So the Orc's going to be hitting us for 3 a turn here. Basically. Let's get our draw step going. Yeah, no, let's activate now. Squee. I'll hold the subtlety in hand. Yeah. At some point they'll draw another land and the whole strip mine thing doesn't matter, but they paid for the Orc army to get the 2/2. They've got Crypt, okay. So they're keeping the 2/2 around, which is super interesting. They're going to eat my graveyard again to stop me getting cards with Squee. We draw a card for the turn. It's a Fury. I guess I can wait here. And it's just, do they want the mana or do they want the pressure, right? It's kind of what they're working with. They want the pressure. I've got a swamp now, that's really bad. Okay, I'm going to take another draw step before I activate this Bazaar. Needle, okay. Maybe I won't take another draw step. They've got 2 cards left over after this Needle. That was annoying. Lizard down. Internet struggling. Oh, yeah, okay, now that makes sense why we're back here. Okay. Pleated Delta. Okay, so just got everything now. I fall to 5. I think they're going to edge this one out unless we top deck a green card very quickly and they've got nothing, you know? But like just a Daze, a Spell Pierce, anything really punishes us. Let's pass. They pay the 1. They get him for 2, we fall to 3. Oh no, they've just got Bowmaster, which so we fall to 1. But we also can't win. Cool. Okay, never mind. We've got a game 3, and this was a mulligan to 3, and we kind of, I don't know, it felt like that was a lot closer than was necessary, sort of thing. So yeah, I think that's okay. Chalice on the play. Do I want Vigor now that I've seen the Definite Needle? That's 2 cards I've got to bring in over what a negation and something else. I like the rest of it though. Chalice counters Crypt. That's not nothing either. Okay, so more cards in hand and we might be fine. I would like to play first. I do have a Bazaar on 7. I do potentially have a turn 1 Vengevine. I don't have any way to protect my Bazaar of Baghdad at the moment. What if we just go Bazaar Go? Bazaar pass the turn. Here on 6. I think I like that actually. I may come to hate that if I draw a hollow one off this activation. But where I've got a guaranteed Vengevine if I want it. The problem is like Lotus, yeah, something like this. A hand like this is really problematic. They've got the Wasteland. Also, I've put them in a bit of a spot here as to whether they... Because if they let me go here... Okay, sure. Jesus Christ, this is a lot of power, isn't it? Okay. Now they waste me. I activate, they Bowman. I Subtlety. We discard the 3 cards on the left. I have a Vengevine. So we activate. I'm not sure if this was very good. Yeah, here comes the Bowman. Shocking no one. We'll Subtlety the Bowman. And then I get some power into play. And I get another activation next turn. Bowman goes on top, shocking no one. Oh no, I don't get an activation because there's a Wasteland on the stack. Okay. Ah, shit, this is going to put me to the test, isn't it? No, I've just got to do it. There's no actual question here. Okay. Lizard. Vengevine comes in. I've got no more plays. We're going to attack them for 5. I'd love a green card off the top here. Oh, that's not bad either, actually. I think I'm just going to chill on it, though, because I've got no cards that I feel like discarding right now. And it just passed the turn with no... They've got upkeep Bowman. That's a really interesting bit of timing there. Let's cast a Fury then. Blow those up. I still don't want to play a Bazaar. Maybe I should though. No, I just can't get to green, can I? So there's like not really much reason to. That's the nightmare scenario. What if I just empty their hand? No, I don't think I can. I think we pass. Yeah, I think we pass. I just don't think playing Bazaars are good right now. We'll go after their 2 artifacts. We've got a Spell Pierce, which is fine. And now I think we're in a whole world of hurt. Frog doesn't come in. Now we can just play Bazaar, and I think activate it at sorcery speed just to dodge the bowmen. Hold the second one. No attacks. We got a squee there, which is quite cool. Me having a Bazaar might force them to go to the sky with the frog. They've just got a walk, okay. And a wasteland, okay. Wasteland's fine, I've got another Bazaar. They don't need to wasteland me right now, right? They can just take a turn. I don't think I'm doing very well here. Frog up. Interesting exiles, I didn't know they could loot lands. I don't think I played this very well. I feel like I fucked up along the way. I know I slow rolled these second Bazaars a lot, but just like all the cards in my hand are good and I don't have an engine. So I just don't know when I'm activating that Bazaar until the turn I play it, right? They wasteland me, that's fine. Do they have another frog? They fatal push my GengsKhan. They attack me for 1. They've got 4 cards in hand. I think a land drop from them is very close to lethal here. Just need a Soul Guide Lantern. Jesus wept. This has been a lot of hate, I think, or at least I feel like. Well, we had 2 Wastelands and a Bowman. Yeah, isn't he? Plus a Soul Guide. Do we just YOLO this? Maybe I'm supposed to not play this Bazaar. Maybe this is the biggest punt of not playing Bazaar all day, actually. That was fucking awful. I'm just supposed to take a turn, right? Slow roll again. You've got 3 cards going up to 4 after the frog hits. They've got another Wasteland. You see, this is why we should hold it there. Yeah, that was kind of me throwing, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna yeet it. Yeah, I think we can go home now, I think. This isn't a game that we're winning. Oh, sorry about the game log. I'm not very pleased with how this game's played out. I don't know what I've done wrong though. They're just casting a treasure cruise then. Buying Lurrus, buys Lurrus. Yeah, no, I think we're done. That's fine. I'll see you for the next round. Okie dokie, round 3. We're up against the Doge Miner. We're on the play again. Have I won all 3 die rolls? That's quite nice. We'll keep this one. It looks banging. I think they usually duel, to be honest with you. But I'm happy to be wrong. There's no Lurrus, which leans more into what I've just said. There's a Mind Break Trap. So I'm just going to discard only one of the masters for now. Because then I've got Subtlety Pitch, Mind Break Trap. Yeah, and just a bit of interaction around, you know? And we can find out what they think is important. They've got a Bazaar at Baghdad, so I was wrong. So we're just losing. Because they're going to be on Dredge. Were they also just having fun today? No, they're on Dredge. Which is pretty awful for us. Do I feel like subtletying any of these? Just none of my cards matter. Okay. Do I want to Noxious a Noxious a Ichorid quickly? I could do. That will slow them down ever so slightly, won't it? No, I don't think it matters. I think hand size is more important. They can just have it. They'll take the Noxious Revival. Unless they're going to try and follow this up with a hollow one, you know? They might take the Subtlety then, but I just don't think that matters. Sorry, I've turned off my fan. It's been a stinking hot day today. Yeah, they take the Noxious, so that's cool. We're going to get our Master back. We're going to attack him for 1. We need to activate into a Wasteland roughly now. If not, we're going to be in the world of hurt. Force of Will, another blank really. Nothing for us there. I'll hold the Lizard. I'll activate this. But this second activation I think is just going to put us in the ground, to be honest with you. Let me find a hollow one. Which actually might not be bad. We'll hold the Subtlety. So if we don't have to fight over this hollow one, then... then the Subtlety can bring back Vengevines in the future. Right? Well, they do have a Force of Will. So I will fight back. I am a bit too afraid. Oh man, double Force of Will Grief Hand and they wasted it on a Bazaar Mirror. Hilarious. Unlucky. Well, I mean, they're still going to beat us, let's be clear. But... I mean, if they dredge poorly, but they've got Grave Troll, right? They're going to see far too many cards for us ever to have a hope here. Creeping Chill, Narcomoeba, Silver Smoke Ghoul. I've never been less alive. Man, that was like the nut Doomsday hand, right? The hand you dream of against Doomsday. So I've got all the interaction, I've got the grief, I've got the nut high dredgers with an Ichorid to go with it, and I'm fucking wasting it on some idiot who's registered Bazaar of Baghdad. Ghoul's going to come in, they're going to get an Amalgam on their end step. The Ichorid comes in, let's go home. Go to round game 2 when I've got some traps in my deck. All a bit much there. So 2 Surgicals. Some traps, some furies, blue cards, be gone. Be gone, blue cards. Right, which blue cards do we keep? Maybe we keep some Force of Wills in then. Drop a Chalice, drop a Force of Will. I don't like Force of Will in these matchups, but that's what we're going to do. I just clearly haven't built my sideboard very well. So their sideboard plan is to bring in 4 Leylines and some Strip Mines. Our sideboard plan allows us to draw through the cards. 6 might be a little low, but look at that. Look at that one for size. So, I feel kind of good. They've got Force of Will in their deck as well, which I don't like. But Misstep, Chill, Shell, Hollow on Ichorid. Cool, so like just a little bit off the top of their kind of engine. Show game log. They've got 5 of their best. So, okay. Goes to our main phase, and then we'll activate Pray for Hollow One. Miss on Hollow One, but I guess the triple Ravenous Trap is going to be fine. I guess that's okay. Although actually, like a Strip Mine here would really kill us, wouldn't it? If they just go Strip Mine you, that's going to be a real problem. I will admit drawing 3 traps in the opener is kind of dope. They've got a bazaar. Nobody's shocked. Opponent's graveyard. Probably don't need it to be that big. They've got a hollow one. Do I want to fight that? Probably. Probably good to fight that. Yeah. Now we get a Master of Death back. I actually hate this layout, sorry. They've got Golgari Thug, that's the one relevant card. We get a Master back, we get a card draw, and that allows us to go to Wasteland, draw to Wasteland. That's a hollow one. Which is fine. So I will play the hollow one here because they are going to be a Wasteland gamer. Opponent takes one. We've got a hollow one. So now they're just going to literally just dump their life into their graveyard. The Force of Vigor, sure. But that's sick, because now they've got one card, so they're going to get to upkeep and activate, and we're going to get it all. Okay, so they're going to draw step, so their last card in hand is a second Bazaar. So Narc Amoeba, and they'll go over the top of the Narc maybe, just so they can hit the... No, they won't, okay, fine. We'll let them have it. It's not a problem. Second Bazaar, yeah. Holding the Thug. And I think we're fine. With triple trap in hand, I should be able to not die here. Let's activate. Three Vengevines. One day we will win. But for now it's going to be quite slow. Creatures trade. We go to end step apparently. They want to be doing the second main phase, because every Narc Amoeba they hit in my second main phase brings back an Amalgam. Opponent's got some abilities. I'll just trap them. Their graveyard's gone. They're going to activate the Bazaar of Baghdad and mill Shambling Shell. Prized Amalgam. Good for you. And then apparently they're just taking a draw. Cool. So they dredged a Shambling Shell to their hand. So we know their hand is Shambling Shell. Right. I get Master of Death back into my hand. We haven't seen a single ley line from them yet. Three Vengevines come into play. And our opponent immediately concedes. Surely. Surely you concede to that. No, I'm not actually expecting them to, but they haven't seen how cracked our hand's been all day, you know. I'm just sat on 3 traps, it's insane. So let's strip one of their Bazaars so they activate it now. They dredge with Stinkweed Imp. They dredge with Golgari Thug. They hit nothing. They hit nothing. They go over the top of that. Try and find something to do with their life. They find a Narcomoeba. They put a Narcomoeba on the stack. We exile everything. They've got 6 cards left in deck. The game's over. Cool. Ravenous Trap. Right, yeah, I think we just ship it again. Ravenous Trap's so much fun because it's so hard to play against as the Dredge gamer. Like, it's really difficult. So, yeah. Just hope we can draw 3 of them again. We've got 1. Oh, we've got Powder. Yeah, we'll Powder. That's fine. I have 4 of them. Bazaar, Force, Vigor. Yeah, cool. Right, we've got to keep this because we've got our Bazaars, but we can draw into our hate, right? That's what's good about the trap versus the leyline. The leyline I need in my hand. I need it now. Opponent's going to discard some cards. They keep 7 again. How unlucky for us. I mean, I know we kept 7 2 Bazaars, but like their 7-1 Bazaar is so much better than our 7-2 Bazaars, you know. Ooh, no relevant cards. No dredges here. They might have a hollow one, but I think that's fine. I think a hollow one I can defeat and defend against. If they take Force of Vigor, they're about to play hollow one. If they take Noxious Revival, then no, so they're about to play hollow one. Oh, they're trying to pay the costs now, but that doesn't work. So they've got a hollow one. How many hollow ones do they have? 2. Okay. Do I just want to top a Vigor? No, I can take a draw first, right, and see if I'm getting the green card. I am not, so let's activate the Bazaar. And now I am. So let's discard Lizard, Squee, Force of Will. Cast this. And I will trade hollow ones here. I'm not, you know, I'm not scared of any of that. I'm sandbagging this Basking to be a pitch card for my Vigor. Opponent's likely just going to yeet their cards over. No. Maybe it's got another Bazaar again. Another Bazaar. Good grief. Maybe I'll just chump one actually with the Lizard. Try and pick up a Vigor. Pray we don't get misstepped. We don't get misstepped. We get our Squee back. Now I'm going to activate here because I need to find a Surgical or a Trap or something. It's a Fury, which will be good later. Let's discard Squee, Bazaar, Noxious. I think Noxious. No, maybe it's just Lizard. Put a Lizard into play, Josh. What are you doing? Yeah, Squee, Bazaar, Lizard. I don't think we can attack here. Play a wasteland. Pass the turn. We'll waste on end step when they activate stuff, and if they don't activate stuff, we'll activate draw step. Upkeep even. I say didn't activate. So did they get a wasteland for their turn then? No. Because they're now going, so missed some activations. I'm so confused about that. Wasteland, Noxious, Noxious. So maybe they did get a wasteland. Interesting. So we'll wait then. I think I'm happy to take 4 more. And we'll just see what they're doing. Nothing. Okay. End step I will now go. So I just wanted to see if they're wasting me or not. You know? If their creatures are dead, we get back a squee. We get a good activation to look for a trap or a surgical. Some Master of Death, which is great. And we get a trap. Excellent news. So now I can start attacking them. We've got to be somewhat kind of careful just because of the chills. Oh no, I don't. I've got a Ravenous Trap in my hand. Who gives a fuck about a chill? Opponent still hasn't found a Dredger, which is great for us. Are they going to take a draw step? No, they're going to flip everything over. Icarid, Misstep, Narcs. They should go now then. They can eat a Grief, which brings back an Amalgam. Hits me for 3. You kind of want to activate your Bazaar now, right, to get a Dredge going? Or are you just trying to top deck Wastelands? So I take 3, I go down to 7. They don't get a Wasteland, they do get an Amalgam. I'm not sure what's going on with the activations. I feel like we're supposed to be activating Upkeep here. Hang on. No, only 1 card's gone to the graveyard, right? Yeah. Okay. The big question is, am I furying this Amalgam here? Possibly. These 3 cards. Yes, just kill the Amalgam. No, I don't even need to, right? I don't need to. I can just sit, wait and watch, and then at some point I can bring that Vengevine back. Like, it's rough against Wasteland and stuff, but they're not looking to go for Wasteland, right? They're just going for this sort of nonsense. They found a Dredger at last, which means they're going to be really exposed to these traps now. Unless they just try and bring it back. Oh yeah, what if that's a play? That's horrifying. What if you just eat the Stinkweed Imp here and get him for 6? Or get him for 3? No, they just don't do that either. They dredge some stuff. Okay, this is kind of scary. So I don't know how much I'm getting like nuked for, right? I'll bring back both of these this turn. Right, let's strip mine them. Because then we know everything we've got to work against. Oh, hang on. No, I should kill them first. I should kill the Amalgam first. Kill that. Strip mine you. You've got to have Balls of Steel not to respond, right? Yeah, perfect. And now we just nuke their yard and the game ends. They discard 3 cards. You get stripped. I activate a Bazaar. Any lizard brings back a Vengevine. 2 Vengevines, I lied. We attack for 8 this turn, 8 next turn. Oh no, 12, sorry. Let's just tell them that they're dead. No permanents, no graveyard, no cards in hand. Yes, please. Yes, please. And we attack for 12. Opponent falls to 4. And then we move on to round 4 with a 2-1. They were very unlucky there not to hit a Dredger in the first, 87 cards of their deck sort of thing. And that's a match. Good games. Game 2 we were lucky. Game 3 they were kind of unlucky. But like, you see here in Game 3 why I like the traps. Like, it's a hate piece we can draw into, right? So that's quite good. Anyway, see you for round 4. Okay, round 4 we're up against GengsKhan. We've got a mulligan on our hands. Our opponent hasn't revealed a Lurrus, which is pretty cool. I'm going to drop a red lizard, I think. Now we can see what they have. Hopefully. Okay, what's that? Oath of Druids? Bug? Tropical Island. Mox Ruby. Looks like an Oath of Druids gamer to me. Time Walk. Okay. You got it, buddy. Brainstorm, I think, is fine as well. Right. I've turned off my fan, sorry. Okay, Brainstorm. So not Lurrus, but with a trop. So I'm going to lean on Oath being with a Ruby as well. Makes me think Oath. So there's a Master of Death. So let's flip some cards over. And we're going to try and hold this lizard, I think. I'm probably not going to cast the lizard unless I'm casting a hollow one at the same time. Opponent thinking about our activation. So we've got 2 easy discards with Squee and Master of Death. I think Squee, Master of Death. And then just Lizard but say no. Maybe a Lizard but say yes. No, I'm going to say Lizard but say no. We'll make them go and find their trop, right? Not their trop, their fucking card. You know the one. Orchard. We'll make them do that. They're down to 4 cards. They're fetching here. Getting an Underground Sea. They could just be on show and tell and we're like dead, right? But nothing we can do about that. Yeah, okay. We'll let them show us some cards and then we'll concede. I'm going to put in a Wasteland so they can't put in an Oath. They've got an Atraxa. Show me your cards. Right, a bunch of nonsense. Two Caracas. Yes, please. 2 Vigors. And a Trap. Out. Subtleties, I imagine, aren't great. 1 Lizard. Maybe 2 Lizards keep a Subtlety. Yeah. Oh, I've lent on my trash for treasure and bent it. So yeah, just going down on creatures because we didn't actually want them. Subtlety is just going to be a time walk against an Oko. 2 Caracas will bounce Atraxas, but the main game plan is going to be not let them resolve a Show and Tell. Okay, game 2 against Oath of Druids. They're likely to have Vengevines, the card Leylines this round. We've got a Bazaar on 7. We've got 2 bits of interaction if they try to mock something out. Discarding Squee and Vengevine plus 1 that we draw is likely going to be the line. Unless they Leyline us, at which point the Noxious becomes more of a thing, right? Or more of a discard, what I should say. The Master of Death is going to be stapled onto this negation for a little moment. Let's see what the opponent's doing at the moment. 7 cards, they love it. 7 cards and no Leyline. Okay, over to us turn 1, we'll activate. So our Noxious Rival is alive because there's no Leyline, therefore we have to keep it, and it joins Force Negation and Mindbreak Trap as the unpitchables, right? The other ones we can reassess how we do as we go. Our opponent is not the paciest, but we've got another piece of permission here. And we have drawn the Bazaar, so I think I'm just going to go discard the Noxious and the Squee, hold the other one and just try and accrue blue cards. That's going to be my plan at least. And we just got to hope that they haven't got like Mocked, Orchard, Oath, Force, right? Playing against Oath the other day with Ravenous Trap, which was really tough to kind of meme around against. Something to consider, but it's just difficult to play against. Let's see what the opponent's opener has to say for itself. I'm organising my cube at the moment for the cube draft on Saturday, and I cannot find anywhere my copy of Heliod's Pilgrim, which is kind of devastating because every colour's got a dope aura to go and tutor with a Heliod's Pilgrim. So now I'm wondering about other card choices in the cube whilst my opponent decides whether they're going to move to their main phase or not. Yeah. Okay, we made it. I've got priority in their upkeep. We're off to the draw step. Oh, they've got a draw step stop as well. How devastating for just our general life equity. So, land, not an Orchard, but a Mox nonetheless. Fetches. Cast an Oath of Druids. We will pitch the Master of Death, I guess. I guess the Master of Death so that we can draw into a different blue card in the future. They force back and we trap everything. Okay. And this is how a lot of our... Oh, we've got a Mox Pearl. And a Sensei Top. Fine. They've got 1 card left. We do get a Squee back. And get a Force of Will. I'm going to activate, probably just discarding whatever I draw. Yeah. We'll play our other Bazaar. And not activate, because we quite like having Force of Will in hand. Oh, they're going to have a little look. See what they've got. I know we pitched one of our Squees, but hopefully we can draw to another one pretty soon. They're on 2 cards now. It's just a Misty. Having another look with top. Finds nothing. We pick up a squee and we draw a card. We've got a wasteland. I'm not sure if that's very good, but it will cover off a tabernacle at Pendrell Vale later. But I don't know if I care about that. Let's just discard it and hold the Force of Will and keep building like this. So I don't know who's advantaged in this spot between us and them. I can have a look with top. And nothing appears to be happening right now. So they've got 2 cards in hand. Maybe they're just trying to build up to critical mass of stuff. Another squee is such a great draw. Alongside another negation. Okay. So our hand's growing. And it's just going to get better and better from now. They're going to flip the top. That's really interesting. What do you have on end step? Vampiric Tutor. Okay. No, I think that's fine. I think I'll let the vamp go. Because I feel like I can beat Show and Tell plus Flusterstorm, right? Oath of Druids plus Force of Will. We can beat that as well. It's only Oath plus Fluster that we cannot beat, right? No, just no plays. So they've just gone to get a Ravenous Trap then. I can beat that as well, right? There's a Master of Death. Which I will discard at this point. I know I could be on triple interaction there, but I think just... I think this is fine. So they vamped for something and then made no plays. They've got the Ravenous Trap, yeah. So we'll force that. And this is where it gets dodgy actually, because maybe this is where I needed to have triple interaction up. And then they've got Force of Will going down to 0 cards, so no, it doesn't matter. Counter your trap. They've got 1 card, no cards in hand. I'll have a Master of Death, or I'll have interaction next turn. Staging my Bazaar, that's also fine, I don't care. I'll give it a shuffle. It's one of the best bits about Magic tournaments is shuffling your deck. And the reason I kept the Vigor, which might be kind of dodgy and suspect though, was because there is a plan here where I go after their 2 Moxen, right? It might be really suspect at this stage in the game, but you know. So 2 Squeeze and a Vengevine go to the yard. I can now Noxious back a Bazaar if I want to. There's 4 Vengevines in the bin. They've drawn nothing. So they built up this big Ravenous Trap moment and then did nothing with it. I'm going to activate Bazaar. Discard Squee Powder. We will wasteland that Underground Sea. They've got a Ravenous Trap, which will counter. So we'll wasteland the sea, and I am just going to blow up their 2 Moxen at this point, I think. If they draw a Strip Mine, they draw a Strip Mine, I don't really care. They've got no cards in hand. I'm going to Strip Mine them next turn. They found a Strip Mine. They've literally top decked the Strip Mine. That's so insane. So if I lose this, it is my own fault, but that was such a sick rip on their part. Okay. I've got a lizard. Let's kill your thing. Holy hell. Now I'm just dead to like Lotus, Show and Tell, Atraxa as the next 3 draws. Misses on lands. I find a wasteland. I'm going to hold it because I need to get discarding. Oh my god. Another squee. I'm really displeased with myself here. I don't know what that was, like a 1 in 42 or some shit, but... Force of Vigor's cool. What a great draw. Okay. We're probably safe now, but... Oh, we're not safe from show and tell, are we? Until we've drawn a Force of Will. I don't know what to do. I can wasteland on their orchards, actually. And then we just got a squee. Okay. Probably coming off that wasteland life at this point. I'm still going to play one. So that's going to insulate us against a Tabernacle at Pendle Vale later. Oh god, I can't believe I've got myself into this spot. Just like the first time I don't play like a really conservative line and then suddenly we're just fucked. They found a Time Walk, okay. I need them to not find something good. Fucking hell. I need them to not find something good. Immediately plays Ancestral and they've got 3 cards in hand. Oh my god. Main phase, let's kill this. They can't fluster it. They'll give me a token. They didn't give me a token. So I can take a draw step and look for a blue card. I found a lizard. I've got 4 Vengevines, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So I need my opponent to cast a fetch land. Or play a fetch land. DT, fuck. I'm gonna Vigor it now. I should have Vigored Upkeep. I should have Vigored last turn when they didn't do the thing. We got through. So annoyed. They just had 1 draw step, draw strip mine, and they did. And they don't play wastelands, right? They play strip mine. And this looks like they're lining up a show and tell. I found a Caracas though. They found a show and tell, I found a Caracas. Pop that back where you found it, please. They've got a lot of permission now. They've got a Boseiju. Jet Sapphire. There's a Jet. back to me. So they can Besage my Caracas and try again, can't they? Yeah. And they've got the permission now as well, I imagine. Hollow one. Oh no. Just that way to try and end the game. And they're going to Besage my Caracas. I'm going to Caracas your legendary creature. Yeah, I'll give it a shuffle, who cares? They did not find another show and tell. Of note. They did not find another show and tell. They did not find a Lotus. They did find a Vexing Bauble though. So they can go land, fetch, Vexing Bauble. Now they can't fight me though. Oh, they're just going to discard. Discards a Leyline, picks up a Squee, top decks a Bazaar. Yeah, one creature and the game ends. No creatures and the game doesn't end. Imagine if I had a powder in play instead. You know. In for 4 then. Opponent falls to 8. Opponent casts show and tell. We'll force that. Opponent has a force of will back. My trap's not online. Show and tell resolves. Play a powder. Opponent draws a billion. So I need to find my second Caracas as well. So creature plus Caracas. So I did fuck up when I put this hollow one into play, didn't I? Because I could have killed them last turn if I hadn't done that. Now what happens? I attack them and they block. They neutralize 3 of my things and then they take 8. Black Lotus, Leyline, Tinker, and Mystical Tutor. Okay. I'm going to let the Leyline through, I don't care. Or maybe I should just trap it for the memes, or just for the fact that I should trap it. Trap it. Yeah, no, I'm going to trap this. If they counter it, they counter it. I'm not too fussed. They force back, pitching another attract, so they've got 4 cards in hand. Leyline's in. So they've got Leylines and traps. We get back 3 squees for the last time. We've got 20 cards in our deck, and I need to draw exactly Caracas plus Lizard, Caracas plus Hollow. I mean, that's the Lizard, right? That's half the joke already. I don't know how this math adds up, but we're not in a position to fuck around. They've put us in this awful, awful position. And we're going to see what the math says at the end of it all. They go to 13 from the block. They take 20. No, they take 16. Therefore, they die. Right? Do we all agree with that? I hope I'm right, because I did not. All of this came from that turn that I came off the Noxious. You go to 13, you take 16. Dismember doesn't save you from here. No, you take 12. You go to 13 and you take 12. No, you take... Oh, I can't count. Yeah, 16. Why am I so stupid? Jesus Christ. What an unnecessary sweat. What if they top deck strip mine? Apparently I didn't care if they top deck strip mine, which it turned out to not be true. Wow. We caused ourselves a lot of problems. I'm going to resubmit this. Okay, game number 3. We've got a mulligan. And we've got a keeper. Keep this, bottom the lizard. Stay done. That was unnecessary. But it's what we did. That's annoying. No thank you. Misty, pass, okay. So we need to draw more permission to fight their show and tell. We do, we'll play the bazaar. And we'll pass, because now we can fight the show and tell with the force of will, or we can flip the card on end step and cry when they play trap. Maybe that just means I don't want to activate the bazaar at all. Strip mine. Strip mine's good. Back to me. There's a vigor. Yeah, I'll play a strip mine. No, I won't. I'll play a bazaar. Or will I play a strip mine? Maybe I'll play nothing. What about that? No, I think I've got to play the bazaar. And if they besage us, then we are in bits, really. They fetch. Get a tropical. Besage you, my Bazaar of Baghdad. For fuck's sake, man. No trap, though. Underground Sea. Nothing. Hollow one. Strip mine your Underground Sea. They play a Tropical Island. Lizard. Two Bazaar killing pieces there was pretty annoying. Never mind. They've got 3 cards in hand, 4 after their draw step, and they can cast a show and tell whenever they feel like. Might even show in a Master of Death if they do. Lizard. Lizard. Noxious Revival's a banger. Please just do nothing for one more turn. That wasn't what I asked for, was it? That works. Noxious my Bazaar. Play my Bazaar, draw Force of Will. Gaming. Yeah, right, we'll just send it all, I think. With Vigor behind. In case they have another Oath. They've now got access to black mana. I think they're out of Bazaar Hate though. They might have 2 Besages in their deck, I don't know. Paying costs, I don't love that. Underground Sea. Besages my Bazaar of Baghdad, okay. Let's see what their turn's like before we go around noxing our Bazaars. Misty and nothing. I think I've got to wait. I don't think I can come off of Vigor. There's not many draw steps left for them here though. Another Bazaar, holy hell. Attacks for 6. Three mana. Tinker, fuck. What do they tinker for? Is it just house, or do they have? I didn't seal a Sphinx last game, and they activated 4 Atraxas. I think I'm just gonna let it go. They got a Sphinx of the Steelwind, we're in deep shit, but I don't think they do. I think we would have seen it last game. I don't like the delay. They got a house, okay. They play a Mox Pearl, we kill the house. They fetch, not ideal, not ideal, not ideal. They find nothing, the house dies. There's a good chance that's a lot of the game, unless they've got Show and Tell Atraxa in hand. Which seems really tough to have. I think you lead there, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to flip here, and if I get trapped, I get trapped. That's fine. They trap me, that's fine. We flip here because we can. Chalice and Vengevine. Top deck Wasteland? Oh yeah, baby. Tell me about your Tabernacle at Pendle Vale. And we've got to fade 1 turn here. 1 turn and we've just been through a bunch of resources and payoffs. Nothing I can actively wasteland. I only want to wasteland tabs. They find a tab. We move to their end step. Oh, that was an insane top deck. They may have to Besage you my hollow one here. Let's flip this over. Find a Squee. Draw a card. It's a lizard. Attack with all the creatures. Do you have anything? The game ends. Holy fuck. What a match. That was a ridiculous top deck at the end. But I mean, like, they top decked a strip mine on me, I top decked a wasteland on them. I think it's all fun and it's all fair, but we got away with one there for sure. Whew, sweaty stuff. I don't think I've beaten that many Atraxa triggers before. if I'm honest with you. And that was a really gambly line to let the Tinker resolve without activating, right? So I can act in that spot. I can activate up to a Force of Will, or try to. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to activate anyway because I can always hold the 2 if I miss. Never mind. What a game. What a match. Okay, gamers. Round 5. We're up against Wizard 2002, who I feel is a Dredger, but I may be wrong. I think it's Dredger until proven otherwise. I think I'll drop a revival. I've got one already. Opponent didn't reveal a Lurrus yet. They're on the play, so they would have already. They've got 5 cards. Sounds dredgy. Grief. Noxious is annoying, but they can just take the hollow one if they think they can beat a Noxious. But they take the hollow one, so they think they can beat the Noxious, which isn't great for us, to be honest with you. I'm just going to move this over here because they're a nice guy and a nice chatter. So they activate the Bazaar of Baghdad. They've got just the one Dredger, so if we can top deck the Wasteland, we're kind of gaming. We can't hit the Wasteland, so let's go here and go Squee, Chalice. Probably just going to chill on Noxious for a moment. They draw and Dredge. And they find another... Oh, they had another Bazaar. Okay, so it goes. Game 1 against Dredge is pretty poor for us. They're on the Silver Smoke Ghoul version. That's the information that we need. And we can go to the next one. Aggro conceding because we are just dead. We can't actually beat Dredge game 1. We've got no Furies and we've got no Hate. So when we're playing Fury main deck, we can kind of jam, I think. But not here. Chalices can go... What did I do last time? That worked pretty well. Chalices, traps, negations, and a Force of Will. Oh, and the Furies came in over the subtleties. Yeah, that makes sense. Keep 3 Force of Wills, which I don't love, but we're going to rock with. Petrified Field might be able to go and keep the other Force of Will, but they do bring in the Wastes. So we'll keep this one. This is a cracker. They've got 7 cards into exile. 2 Vigors go. Which doesn't matter because we're not playing ley lines. And let's see how low they go. Hopefully to 0. They keep on 6. Okay. And we'll play the Bazaar Obvs. We'll hope to draw a Surgical or a Trap. 2 Wastelands. Okay, so their lands are dead. Let's just put the creatures into play. Getting wasted on 1 here would really suck a lot. So we do not have a lot going on. One thing that is funny though is how dead their Grief is, if they've even got it in their deck. Oh, they've got a Force of Will in their deck, that's interesting. See, I really don't like Force of Will post board in the Dredge Bazaar mirrors, but a lot of people really do. It's really interesting how much the kids love it, you know? So, chill, thug, 2 hollow ones. I get a squee back. This is close to problematic, I think. Let's activate the Bazaar. I don't need that many Wastelands, do I? I'm going to Wasteland them. And in their upkeep, I think I'll Noxious the Thug on top. So that's cool. got another Bazaar, they activate. They discard Thug, Leyline, Grave Troll. These two get in for 8. I'm going to chump one of them for now. I get 2 squeeze back. I find a Surgical Extraction, which is okay, but I need board presence. There's a hollow one there, that's quite cool. So we'll cast this. We will play a Strip Mine. We'll Strip Mine your Bazaar of Baghdad. We'll cast a hollow one. I think I'll let one of these dredges go and we'll go after their threats. So we've got 2 dredges. So now we'll Surgical the Narcomoebas. Just slow all of this crap down. We fall to 12 from that. They attack with both. I trade with one. I chump with one. And I get 2 squeeze back. So we activate and pray. We miss here, which is fine because I've got another activation coming up. Where did that trap come from? Or did I activate upkeep? Oh, what tool? Never mind. We'll activate again. We find a Vigor, which could become useful later because it's going to be a way to answer this hollow one. My machine is lagging like fuck. They're going to attack me. I'm going to chump and then I'm going to trap them. Trap you, you've got nothing left to live for other than this hollow one, but I've got 2 Bazaars and a bunch of squeeze and they've just conceded actually, they don't even care. Cool. I went upkeep, that was stupid. So what did I say earlier? The petrified field goes and the force of will comes in. Yeah, I think I'm going to try that actually. I think I'm going to try that. Because they're going to have more force of wills in now for sure. Interesting concession, but I do have 2 Bazaars and 3 squeeze, so I do feel good about my position. But maybe there's a chance they can play on longer. Who knows? Right then, down for game 3 here. We've not got a Bazaar of Baghdad. 2 Vigors getting exiled is kind of concerning for us. We've got a Trap and a Bazaar and a Hollow one, so we'll keep this. Hope for no turn 1 grief from the opponent. I don't know, I'm hiding the game log. I want to show the game log. Opponent's on 4. Opponent's on 4, that's really good. Opponent's on 4, okay. Bazaar. Activates Bazaar. Up to 5, down to 2. Thug, Thug, Imp. Do we just nuke them now? I don't think so. I think we slow roll. Oh, but what if they found Grief plus? No, I think we just go to our turn. See if we can find a Force of Will. We found a Vengevine, which is pretty sick, because now we're going to have a clock as well to go with it all. Found 2 Vengevines and a Lizard. And a hollow one. So we're going for the slightly greedier play here, but maybe it's not even greedy, maybe it's correct. But we're just slow rolling this trap to get as many cards out of them as possible. We're going to attack them for 8 and they're going to die next turn as well. So they need some magic, because we've lined up the turn 2 kill. And this was just everything we needed. We just need to fade grief this turn, right? But I think I'm just going to snap this off at the first opportunity. So Vigor pitching Revival, which is fantastic for us because now they're out of cards, which means when they activate their Bazaar on upkeep, we're going to get every single thing out of them. 2 Narcomoebas. I believe that's enough to get me to ignore the trap. No, I will trap them. And they've given me the GGs in chat. So we win. X and 1. Yeah, they mulliganed to 4. We had the nut high hand, right? The turn 2 kill followed with hate back up is kind of fucked, but again, more sweaty stuff. Okay, round 6, and we've got the nightmare scenario. We're up against Bless Von, who's never not played Bug, so, or at least that's my feelings towards their deck selection sort of thing. But they usually have very good squee matchups, or just bizarre matchups in general. They're not someone to skimp on hate. They've probably got some pieces main deck. We might be wrong, they might be on something else. But I haven't been looking people up recently, so I'm trying to get in the habit of not looking them up. However, one of the issues with Magic Online is obviously there's a large group of the regs and we all play each other sort of thing fairly often, so you know what people are tending to do, which is not a luxury we have when we come to Eternal Weekend. Like I could sit down against Bless Von here and just not know I'm playing against them. So, you know, it's a bit harder, but it's still decent practice, you know. Okay, opponents revealed a Lurrus of the Dream Den. We've revealed a powder. We've revealed a Bazaar on 7, so we'll keep it. Squee and Vengevine look like they'll be easy pitches for us to start with, plus the powder. So let's flip this over, see what we get. We get a lizard. Do we want to punt a subtlety away? Because if we get wastelanded, we're just going to die and our opponent's kept 7. We've got no way to protect our Bazaar. I think I'm kind of into that actually. Punt away subtlety, keep misstep. I think I'm going to... Sorry. I think we've got to be as quick as we can be. And this is the best way we can do that. We've got misstep for their plough, and hopefully their first turn is wasteland, their second turn is plough your guy, and we would have dealt some damage, top decked another Bazaar, all of this nonsense. That's going to be my operating plan. I don't know if this play is good, but it with no way to protect my Bazaar against a Lurrus pilot, I feel like presenting something is worthwhile. So we get Underground Sea into Deathrite Shaman, which will certainly misstep. They may force back if they've got it. No, just let it go, which is actually great news for us because we're going to get our squee back and we can reset our hand. So we're going to see 3 fresh cards, and we've got 3 cards that we don't really want in hand at the moment. I discard Powder, Squee, and 1. Master probably. Get him for 5. I've got this Noxious, which is why I'm now slow rolling this Vengevine. We need to not get wastelanded once again. So Underground Sea, and if they just play a Frog, it's just, you know, devastating once again. And that's the real downside of the play I made, right? So they've got another Deathrite Shaman, and that's it. So we get more turns, but if we can escape with game 1, that will be a really positive thing for us, because game 2, when they bring in even more hate despite having an already very hateful deck, is quite challenging. Wasteland. Wasteland doesn't really help us here because they've got the death rate. I might steal Wasteland on though. I'm just wondering if I want to slow roll my lizards. I think I do. I think I want to discard Squee Master Powder. Squee Master Powder. Wasteland your underground sea. Oh, I hate everything. No, no, no. This was awful. Because now they can push my GengsKhan. No. Gosh, that was so bad. They float a black and then they push my GengsKhan. Oh. I had to do that post-combat once I've dealt my 4. Now they can go green source. Oh, dearie me. Scalding Tarn. Brainstorm, yeah. That was horrible. Now they can fetch, eat my Wasteland. Deploy something big and scary. Might noxious my Wasteland. See if I can counter this ability. Get the tempo back on our side. So that was just like a devastating punt from us. We do fizzle the Deathrite Shaman, which means my lizard gets in. I get my 2 squeeze back. I get my Wasteland back as well, which is actually kind of cool. You activate here. I'm going to discard 2 lizards and a squee. Cast a lizard. Cast a lizard. Bring back a GengsKhan. Attack for 5. Remember, we're 4 points of damage down here from my play earlier. Wasteland. Wasteland your tropical island, because that's the one that eats my squee. You'll go. We're approaching a point where we can start to try and just go around their nonsense. They've got 5 cards in hand though, so they've still got the world to play with. Probes me. Sees a Mindbreak trap. Plays a Wasteland. Sees I don't have a Noxious. Just cast Walk, okay. So do they get to walk into Frog plus me? Eats a Wasteland. They're playing a spell here. Pushes a lizard. I'll trap that, I don't care. I don't think they're triple spelling ever, you know. They've got 3 cards in hand. They've only got 2 mana. I don't think there's any more triple spells this round. Wasteland, pray for no green land. They can have another push here. They've got to push at some point though. They know my hand. They can't let me draw a Force of Will if they are holding push. I don't draw a Force of Will anyway. I attack with everything. They might have a Bowman. Bowman would be piss annoying. Eats my Bazaar. Plays a Bowman. Blocks everything. Takes 1. They've got 2 cards. They're at 2. And we're 4 points of damage down from how I played earlier. And it's cost us possibly the whole game. No, just about scraped it through there. So, fortuitous after playing like a knob. I don't think the traps are real. I don't think the chalice is real. I think the negations are questionable. I don't think I need all of them. But then I need to cut one from here. Maybe I can just trim a vigor. I don't think I'm getting ley lined. I'm not getting Oko'd. They're playing Lurrus. Not Oko, Leovolded, so I don't need Caracas. Maybe 3 subtlety, 3 negation is an acceptable distribution actually. I was so lucky. Opponent has a Lurrus, we have a powder. Whoop. And now we mulligan. And then we go again. And we've got a Bazaar, we've got a couple of lizards. Just drop negation plus the revival. Misstep their first play, which will be a needle or... Oh no. Ponder. I'm going to let the ponder go because I'm too afraid of land needle or land deathrite. Land. Lotus. Jesus. Go. So they've got a bowman here, which isn't great, but we might be able to play around it. No, we can't. We'll place headfirst into it then, I guess. Whoop. Oh, nothing. Okay. Discard 3 cards. How dead to Tabernacle do you want to be here? I think very is going to be my answer. I think I'm very on board with being very dead to Tabernacle. They're going to misstep a lizard? No. Cast this. And I'll cast the hollow one. And that gets through as well. So, yeah, I'm going with very dead to Tabernacle as a nice option. I am not going to blow up their lands here. But then they get to go land Lurrus, land Lotus. Lotus, Lurrus, Lotus, something like that. Yeah, this is... I just can't do that again, right? Against the 5... This is a 5 strip mine deck plus Besaiges. Right, I literally can't be out there wasting 2... Wasting 2 cards on a Vigor. I'm going to pick up the Bazaar. This might just get forced, and that's absolutely fine. Get Spell Pierced, so we have Misstep. So we have a Bazaar when we want it. I don't think we want it just yet. Attack for 6. I'm going to wait until I've got enough cards in hand and not play into their wasteland. But, okay, they've got Tabernacle, fine. Fine. All of our creatures die, and they go to the graveyard. Bye! We draw a Subtlety, so we'll play Bazaar. And we'll activate the Bazaar, see if they get a Bowman. They don't. Let's discard these cards and pray that we untap with our Bazaar. I think that's our way into the game right now. They have another Wasteland. They Wasteland me. And now we just sit, wait and watch and die slowly. Back to them. They've got another Wasteland. And now they can buy Lurrus, play Lurrus. Play Lotus. Right, no, I think we're done. There's no point. Opponent's going to attack us for 3 with Lurrus a bunch, which means we can't just kill them through a Tabernacle. I don't want the Vigors, really. just going to resubmit this. I think the list looks good like that. But yeah, that's the power of them just being, you know, a land deck post board. Is it really taps into the fail rate on our deck, right? 5 wastelands, maybe a Besage or 2. Permission to protect protect their wastelands, right? With when I Noxious, they've got the permission to fight back. We're going to powder this. We've got triple Bazaar, turn 1 Vengevine, sure. I accept that. Okay. Bazaar activates Bazaar. Plays the cards. Have we seen Bowmasters? We have, haven't we? So we do need to think about that later on. Attacks for 4, but where I've got triple Bazaar, this Noxious is going to be very good. Maybe at time walking them later. We'll see how the game develops, but this could force them just to play a turn 1 Tabernacle. Nope. Deathrite Shaman. I think I will fight the Deathrite. Start the fights now. That just gets through. Now, I know that's not great in terms of maintaining Bazaars and stuff, but if I can find myself a Wasteland to do some denial with, let's activate here. Yeah, I'm going to discard the Master of Death, I'm not afraid. And the Bazaar of Baghdad. We'll attack them for 6. Do I want to play the Bazaar? I don't think so. I think I want the cards in hand. Maybe I should have come off Noxious and held the Master. Scalding Tarn. Is this just a frog? No. Yes. Bowmaster. Okay. So now we have regrets, right? But let's see what we draw for the turn, because we might be able to Noxious that lizard back actually and attack them for 8. Squee. Let's attack. Just taking it. Okay. So we'll go to like end stepping these activations then. We've got an Undercity Sewers, not a Tabernacle, nothing. Pitching a Fatal Push. No attacks. They've got another Bowman then. I don't need to activate here, do I? Force of Vigor. Attack, attack. No Bowman. Takes their 1. Pass again. Fatal Push my Vengevine. Okay. They've got 5 cards in hand and apparently they're all nonsense. I've got another lizard. Attack for 1. And they've got another Bowmaster. So we'll fight the Bowmaster with the Master of Death. They're going to fight back with a Spell Pierce. I'm going to Noxious my lizard to the top of my deck. They've got a misstep going down to 1. Okay, I'm going to activate this. And Weep and Cry. Okay, the Bowmaster's come after me then. All of this happens, that's fine. I can't pay. They're at 1. They've got a Bowmaster. I'm going to take so much damage next turn. And then we pass the turn, I think. They've got a Sapphire. Buys Lurrus. Attacks us for 5. My active... Oh, they don't attack me. Interesting. Interesting plays. Okay. I pick up Squee. I'd love a Fury here. Wasteland. Let's Wasteland this Underground Sea. And pass the turn again, I think. I don't think I can do anything. They're going to play a Lurrus, but they can't play Deathrite Shaman this turn. They've got to dig through time. Which will find the Wasteland, which I can't respond to. So I'll take, what, 4, 8 off an activation at the moment, and then I'm dead to the board. Find a tropical island. And they play a Yixlid Jailer, which is real tough for us to beat. They've got 3 cards in hand. And they still don't feel like attacking. I feel like I have to activate here. And no, I don't think I can win. No, I don't think I can win. I've got to discard 1 lizard at least. And then Squee. But Squee doesn't have any abilities. And then Force of Vigor, but Force of Vigor doesn't have any abilities. And then we can just Wasteland the Underground Sea. I think we're going to lose, yeah. I discarded the Squee as well, so now I can't even draw Fury without activating again. They've got a 7/7. Let's play a Wasteland and Wasteland their Underground Sea. Keep them off that Lurrus mana. I've got a blocker, but I'm dead to a push, and that's just a fact of life. They've got a Wasteland, I've got a Bazaar. They Wasteland me. They Bowman my guy. Okay, good games. That's annoying. I thought we were going to steal it there, but that misstep really clinched the game. And we weren't drawing a Fury anytime soon. Oh well, never mind. Let's go back here. I think I've got like the nut-low breakers though, so I don't think I'm going to snipe in, but if there's more time on this video, then I sniped in, you know? Anyway, see you soon. Okay, so today's outing with Squee finishes 10th, unfortunately. Break it out at the end there by, I don't know, 3/4 of a percentage point or something. But but I don't know, we're in good company, right? Wizard, Montolio, Unlucky Monkey, Baltutinia in the top 16 as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I had fun. Close games, some pretty poor play alongside some good games where maybe I did play well. I can't really remember those at the moment though. Still pondering the bad ones. But yeah, as it stands, I quite like the list at the moment. I quite like the idea of Petrified Field here. I don't know if it's better than the Vigor or another Trap, or just like a first main deck Fury, but I kind of liked it. I think that's the main thing we did today. I liked the sideboard plan for Dredge, but I could imagine I'm a bit too light for it as well. I did get quite fortunate in the first one where we had that triple trap hand, and then quite kind of fortunate against Wizard in the post-board games where I drew into Surgical to delay a turn, and then the following turn I got the trap, right? So some fortuitous moments, but then maybe that's also just part of it, right? Is the more turns we buy, the better our hand gets, the more we develop. Anyway, 4 and 2 is not too bad. 10th place. Thanks for watching. Catch you again.